Here's a quick technology tutorial entitled Adding and Editing Detailed Events in our GoRamblers.org calendar system. Our calendar system is completely integrated into the Passport and intranet systems within our school's website. So for faculty who want to maintain course page calendar information, and staff members who use publishing posts within our intranet, and for staff members who edit calendars like our handbook calendar, our admissions calendar, our guidance or ministry calendars, our more official calendars online. This is a valuable way to learn how you can add detailed information and make the most out of our online calendar system. So I'm going to give an example from an online publishing post entitled, appropriately, Online Tutorials. And as we begin, notice that you can edit your calendar and your students and visitors can see your calendar in one of three views: a monthly view, a weekly view, and a daily view. Historically, it's sort of been the default view has typically been the monthly view. But I just want to make you aware that in weekly and daily views, much more information can be seen, and event information can be seen, than is possible to show in the monthly view. So I encourage you to point your students and visitors to these two different views as well for detailed information. Now, having said that, what I'm about to show is best exemplified by starting in the monthly view. When we arrive at the monthly calendar, you're going to see it populated with all sorts of these plus signs, and that refers to a quick adding an event, which is covered in another movie and isn't best suited for adding detailed information, or, as I'm going to show you, adding a single event to multiple dates in one quick process. So in order to what I'm going to show you, can either click on these bounding areas with any given date. You'll see the bounding area highlight in maroon, or you can simply click the add an event button right here at the top of the calendar. We then move to an add an event page, where I begin by adding an example event. I'm going to add a staff meeting, not particularly germane to courses or classroom purposes, but for the sake of an example, my event is going to be a staff meeting. Notice now that I can select from a pop-up calendar any date I want to have this staff meeting occur. I'm going to set it for the 9th, 10th, 12th, and 13th of March 2009. I can also move ahead a month and set it for the 7th and 8th of April. And if I'm really planning ahead, I can move ahead a full year, and I can set this event to happen April 21st, 2010. If I click and close this calendar, or I simply click elsewhere off the calendar, all of those chosen events will populate in this field here. When I return to my calendar, I see that this event has instances on the 9th, 10th, and 12th of March. And if I move to the next month, the staff meeting also occurs on the 7th and the 8th of April. So in one process, I was able to add the same event to multiple dates. Now let's look at two further things. If I click on, and notice the text of the event staff meeting highlights when my cursor is right on top of it. If I click right on that event, I then have an opportunity within this pop-up box to add another event and 4 things related to what I've just done. If I choose to edit this event, that is the staff meeting that occurs on April 8th of 2009, if I click this button, I will be editing just this instance of this event. And in so doing, I will pull this instance of this event, which occurs 5 times, out of the group that I created when I added it in concert with 4 other instances. If instead I choose to edit the group, I'll find that any changes I make to the group will apply to all 5 instances of the event throughout the calendar. I can choose also to delete just this instance of the event, or if I want, in one fell swoop, I can delete all 5 occurrences of the event within this group. So this is a really important box here. I have lots of options here, along with seeing the details of the event that I've already added. Finally, if I close this box, let's take a look and reminder at how important the weekly and the daily views are. I can switch from monthly to weekly view here in April. And I don't have any events in the first week, but if I go to the second week, you should notice that the information people see now in the weekly view is here's the staff meeting with the active hyperlink right next to it, the starting and ending time, and all the details now show for this event and all instances of it. If I zoom straight to Tuesday, the 7th, I'll see all the events for this date. Currently, there's just my staff meeting, again with the web link, the starting and ending time, the detailed information, and if I bore even further down, I can click on that and I can get all a single screen right back where I was with just this particular event information. So there are many levels of details here, and the more you know about them, the more easily you'll be able to use the calendar system to its full capacity. Hopefully this tutorial helped with that. If you have any questions, as always, don't hesitate to ask.